Hey, all right. I'm using a different camera on my laptop. It's kind of shit, but I'm running out of space on my tablet, which is what I usually film these little videos on. So bear with me. I got some thoughts on my mind about tattoo apprenticeships. I've had a few people reach out to me over the past few years about apprenticing under me, wanting me to teach them how to tattoo, and none of them have. None of them have lived up or rose up to the occasion of being worthy of that. I know there's a lot of naivety here in Europe. Not in just to fucking bash Europe, but there's so many people that just have no lived experiences, that got no fucking clue about the things they're getting into, and not just in regards to tattooing and the tattoo industry, but just life in general. And they carry that over into these questions, these absurd questions about tattooing. Like, for instance, there was a girl who got tattooed one tattoo from me, and she sprung the question, I would like to tattoo, I want to be your apprentice. Would you apprentice me? I'm just thinking, like, all right, well, our backstory is like she contacted me about a piece. She was referred from one of her friends, and we met over a drink to talk about the piece. And yeah, we talked about it. We sealed the deal, and then I think, what was it, a month later, we did the tattoo. So we had met, I guess, socially to speak about the tattoo. Uh, that's a very shallow connection to me. I mean, a lot of folks about. I don't. I used to be a little bit more social and meet people in the city over a beer and talk shop. Talk about tattooing, discuss things. I don't do that so much anymore. I just don't really get time for it. Also, I don't drink so much. I drink a lot less than I used to. So anyhow, uh, yeah, that was pretty common for me. So with that being as common as it was, that connection between her and me was pretty shallow. Despite that, she sprung this question: would I apprentice her? I told her I can't really apprentice you. I don't have the time, the capabilities, the space. I run a private studio. It's only me tattooing. I don't have walk-ins coming by. 100% referral. The people who've seen my work, have been referred by folks that have gotten it. Yeah, it's not the setup that's ideal for me to apprentice anybody. I don't need the extra help here. All the other things that I do and take care of at the studio, my wife takes care of them, cleaning up, ordering supplies, all that stuff. So there's no need that I need filled, right? So I don't benefit from this. But hey, you know what? People have helped me in my tattoo career from when I first started. Naive as well, but not naive as these fucking people. I had some life experience under my belt and some common fucking sense. Most of these folks don't have that. A lot of folks, just in general, ain't got that shit today, right? This contemporary world. So anyhow, yeah, I like to help people because I've been helped. So I say, hey, check it out. I cannot apprentice you, but what I can do is I can help you. I can give you some advice. I can give you some tips. I can get you to maybe in a position where you might be at a spot where you're ready to embark on an apprenticeship with somebody else, not with me, but I can guide you in that direction, get you to that goal. And the first thing, I gotta say about that is you gotta have some artistic talent. You can't be a fucking Nimrod with no skills, right? You gotta have something, right? Even something. And if it's low, there's like two fucking cylinders of fuel that are gonna combine together and project you to where you're gonna be tattoo wise. These two cylinders are talent and ambition. And if your talent level is low, your ambition level, it's gotta be high because it's gonna have to fucking rise that up to equal out, right? I know people in tattoo industry back in Texas, man. I have friends of mine. Their talent level was really low when they started, but their ambition was so fucking high. It drove that fucking talent level up, right? So you gotta have something to work with talent wise. Ambition alone ain't gonna cut it. But the people who've come to me, it's like they've been lied to by their mom or their fucking friends in like elementary school or something, and told them that they were good artists. They're not. I've had 5 people reach out to me, and all 5 of them ain't got a lick of talent. Not a lick of talent between them. So anyway, you got to put in the fucking work. And you got to have some talent and something to work with. And if you're not capable to create art on paper, you're not going to be capable to create it on skin. So you have to get the art up there, right? You got to create that artistic ability. Get the art up there. So in order to get that art up there, my advice to this girl, which is also the advice I gave to the other 4 fucking people, is hey, check it out. For the next 3 months, the next 90 days, every fucking day, and I mean all day, every night, let's put it that way, when you're done with work or whatever you got to do during the day, every day, right, you got to draw something. Make a sketch. And if you're not making, one drawing per day, 90 sketches, maybe you got an A4 size paper, right? And you got a real spectacular, fabulous piece of artwork that you're creating that takes you, a week and a half to finish it. But every night you're spending 2 hours on it, shading away, delicately creating this thing, molding it into the beautiful piece that it's going to be. That's also okay. Well, I told him for 90 days, you got to work every day for 90 days. And I don't want to see you before then. Come back and holler at me after that time and show me what you created. You know what? I'm going to print some designs out for you. I'm going to put them in a folder. I'm going to give them to you. And you can actually use these. You can trace them on the paper and recreate the shadows, And then once you've done that a few times, you can look at them and draw them, from your eye, try to recreate that. But do something, You got to up that artistic level. So, 3 months passed. Didn't hear from her. A little bit later after that, closer to the 4 month period, I finally she reaches out and contacts me. She just drops by. She's like, got a folder, and I'm expecting to see a folder of a bunch of tattoo artwork, sketches. She got like 2 fucking sketches she made. It looks like she might have made when she was 4 fucking years old. Right? And one piece that I printed for her that she didn't even try to recreate, she just started shadowing on this thing. It's like, what the fuck did you even come here for? Right? Why did you even come by? Why would you even contact me again? Oh, well, I really had I didn't have the time because of this. I quit this job and all these bullshit excuses. Listen, if your goal is here to become a tattoo artist or up here, but your first step is right there to get your drawing levels up and you're here, you gotta put the work in to get there. All this bullshit. Oh, well, I lost my job. I had to get this new job. My mom was sick. All that is bullshit, right? I don't want to hear it because life is cold and uncaring, and your goal doesn't give a fuck about your excuses. Your goal doesn't give a fuck about you. Your goal doesn't give a fuck about anything except the work put in to achieve that goal. All of it is excuses, and you can do it. There's no excuse for you not to be able to do an hour or 2 hours every night, for art if you want to be an apprentice. So if you ain't got that capability, if you can't do that minimal first step, this isn't for you. It's not for you, right? You got to put in the work. There are no shortcuts, and there's no fucking excuses. Don't come at me with that. Like, you got to convince me. Oh, well, you understand this and that, and there was this, and listen, for real though, for this and that, bitch, shut up. I could care less. I don't care about your goal. I don't care if you're a tattooer or not, as much as tattooing gives a fuck if you tattoo. In this industry, there's nothing given. There are no shortcuts. You have to put the work in. That's the only way you're going to get to where you need to be. I give you the advice and sell you in that direction, Put yourselves in that direction that you can sharpen your skills as an artist. because you're gonna have to have something to work with combined with ambition, right? Yeah, so this naivety and this just elementary fucking mindset. It's like, man, I got no point of reference that I can understand your mindset, right? I can't. When I started to sharpen my skills, and I wanted to be a tattoo artist, I tattooed in prison, man. That's where I learned to tattoo. Fucking burning my own ink and hand poking in, it's a major case in TDC, Texas Department of Corrections, to get caught tattooing. You'd have to watch out for guards. We had a whole elaborate setup. And I got caught. Man, I got beat by guards once for tattooing. 3 motherfuckers, man. You know, it was, and I still tattooed. Nothing stopped me. They threw me in a cell I had locked down 23/7, man. 23 hours a day. 1 hour out for showers. Didn't even get day room time because I was high risk inmate in K-Dorm, the Hutchins unit in Dallas, and fucking the Dominguez unit in San Antonio. And I continued on, man, and I tattooed every fucking day. And when I got out, it was my goal to start tattooing. My goal was here, and there was not excuses, but I had fucking roadblocks between. But I didn't give a fuck, man. There's no excuse gonna come between me and my goal. I put in the work. And I upgraded my skills, and I invested. And I work in fucking 10-hour shifts at a machine factory. I get home. It fucking took me over an hour, almost an hour and a half, just to drive home from work. Covered in oil, man. Covered in oil, metal shavings. I come home, take a shower, clean up as best as I could, set up, and I'm tattooed till 2 in the morning. And, my skill level was low, but I knew time on the tools, putting that work in to increase that level of talent. My ambition was up here. And, for these things to equal out, I had to put the work in. There were no shortcuts. There were no days off, And, that's how it goes. That's how I had to do it. There were no excuses. No excuses. There are a lot of people, Texas has a big prison population. So there are a lot of folks in my periphery that have really bad prison tattoos that ain't no good, I used to call people up, man. I'm fresh out the joint myself, trying to stay out of the criminal world, stay above ground and fucking, have an honest job. The money I get from my job, I invest in buying whatever equipment I could. Don's Tattoo Studio out by Lackland Air Force Base, they would sell me my supplies. And yeah, man, I would buy a needle at a time from these fucking guys. And he would give me advice, but I wasn't where I was capable to be in a shop. So yeah, I had my little thing, invested in it so I would have something I could work with in tattooing after work. And I would call up these people, that had these bad prison tattoos. I'd be like, hey, bro, you got this trash tattooed on you, motherfucker, I'll tell you what, I'm an artist, right? I can draw. I got some artistic skills, but I'm learning to tattoo. I ain't nobody teaching me. I'm teaching myself, but I'm all right, I'm getting better. But, whatever I got, whatever I do on you ain't going to be worse than what you got already, man. You got some crap on you, so check it out. You come by, get off work, say come to the house about 6:30, 7 o'clock, bring $20 and a 12-pack of beer, bro, and we'll fucking kick down and we'll go to town. Fuck yeah, motherfucker, that sounds like a bet, Every day, I put that work in, every fucking day, There'd be house parties and shit in the hood, man. I will be in touch with everybody, from the old neighborhood. Oh man, bet Pickwell. There's a party in Pickwell, in Peach Grove, Lakeside. Oh yeah. Oh, in Saddlebrook. No shit. I grew up in Saddlebrook. All right, y'all gonna be there what time it's over? Hey man, check it out. I'm gonna bring my cases. I had toolboxes. Bring my case of tattoo equipment, man. Everything's mobile. Everything's disposable. I'm gonna come set up and shit. Whoever wants to get some work, get some work. I did that every opportunity to work. My fucking ambition level was up here, working 10, 11-hour shifts and putting in, I don't know, I was sleeping, like barely sleeping at all. We had our breaks at work, you know. We had 10-minute break. No, was it 10 or 15? I think it was a 15-minute break, 30-minute lunch, 15-minute break. Go to my car, I'll fall asleep for those 15 minutes. I'll set my alarm and I'll get shut eye. And it was great, you know. Get up and get back into work, threading pipes, you know, working the lathe. And, you know, I did what I had to do. But anyway, I also had a brand new baby boy, a newborn son at home. I had an old lady that's crazy as fuck, you know. And I had a lot of shit I was contending with. But you know what? That's all excuses. My goal of tattooing and becoming a tattoo artist didn't give a fuck, you know, about any of the things going on in my life. I had to put the work in to get to that first fucking step. And I did. I put a lot of work in. And when I put that work in, it come back to me, you know, in achieving that first goal. And from that, you know, I was able to get into a studio where I got the ear of a guy, you know, who was willing to give me a shot and a chance. And everything I did, man, I took pictures. And he's like, "How long have you been tattooing?" I said, "Well, man, with machines, I've been working for 10 months, but, you know, I'm putting in work." He's like, "Only 10 months? No shit." And he didn't say anything bad or critical at the time, but after some years, I ended up working at that studio. He told me, he's like, "You know, when you said that, I was like, I saw your work, and you know, it showed you were inexperienced, but there were some pieces you did that I saw." I said, "Man, he's got potential, you know, and being that you only been working for 10 months, that was a damn good thing." So I took a chance on you. And it worked out really well for me, you know. That was the door that opened for me. And I put my toe in there, and my feet hit the fire, and I've been running ever since, doing what I'm doing, you know. And that was exactly what the very first advice I got when I got my first professional tattoo. This Jesus here. I got that done in Forever Art by a girl named Larissa in Corpus Christi, Texas in 1998. Yeah, SPID, South Padre Island Drive. And we watched Happy Gilmore when she put that tattoo on me. And from the moment she started, I think, I don't even think we took a break. We watched the entire flick, and then she finished right as the movie was ending. It was cool, man. And I grew up, you know, listening to country music. I like country music. And everybody in the studio were fucking, they seemed like really cool people, you know? Really cool. And we were finishing up. We got out of our like booth. It was like a closed-in booth, you know. This fucking Johnny Cash was playing. I was like, look at these cool people, you know, all tatted down and shit at this tattoo studio, listening to fucking Johnny Cash. I was like, God damn, y'all like Johnny Cash, huh? Like, fuck yeah, we like Johnny Cash. You don't like Johnny Cash, you're a fucking punk. It's like, yeah, fuck me, man. That's all right. It was a really good experience. Anyway, what she told me when I asked her, I said, you know, I'm an artist as well. I've been sketching my whole life, you know. I'm not like a professional artist or anything, but I'm pretty good, you know. If I can say that, you know, not to boast, but I got some skills with a pen and paper. And she's like, I asked her, I said, "What? Do you have any advice, you know, about getting into the tattoo industry?" She's like, "Yeah, I do. You're gonna have a lot of doors shut in your face. You have a lot of doors, but if you want to be a tattooer, this is what you want to be. This tattooing's inside you. You're gonna be a tattoo artist. You're gonna be a tattooer. When one door shuts in your face, don't let it stop you. You keep on trucking, you keep on going, and another door is gonna open for you, and eventually it's gonna open to where you need to be." So that's my advice. Have some perspective, you know, about what tattooing engulfs. It's not just fucking a hobby, right? Not something that you think, I mean, goddamn, the scene has changed so much from when I started and before me to where it is now. Fucking bikers were getting tattooed, you know? Everybody here in Europe, like punk rockers weren't doing fucking shit where I'm from. There were a bunch of bums, you know, doing nothing, and not even hand poke tattoos. The bikers run the show, you know, gangsters and convicts run the show. The real motherfuckers that have a history. Like it wasn't just, you know, these fucking, you know, I decided to take a year off from art school and come here on my vegan bicycle and, you know, get into fine art and tattooing, you know. not to shit on that because everything evolves and there's a lot of really talented people that are artists that are getting involved in doing this. So things have changed from where I'm at. But there was a seedier element. People were, I don't know what to say, like, just, I really don't want to shit on contemporary tattoo scene. I really don't. I don't mean it that way, but it's different from where I come from. There were real motherfuckers back then. People that I emulated, people that I looked up to. It was not just it was a world you had to break into. That hasn't changed really. It's just the world is a little bit different, right? Anybody can get some fucking equipment on the internet now and you do their thing, right? But nobody's got a really understanding of what it takes, what this is about. This is something that was like a sacred thing. And yeah, I don't know. And from there, the one thing that hasn't changed from where tattooing started, where I'm from, and my career, my perspective to where it's at now, is that there are no shortcuts. You think it's really cool to do this or that, and you want to, roll your dice and see what you can do with tattooing. Doesn't matter who you are, what your background is. You got to put your work in. It's not going to be given to you. You got to earn it, right? You gotta earn it. You gotta get those levels up, those artistic levels, and you gotta have ambition. And you gotta get tattooed. You know, if you want to become an apprentice, get tattooed. That's the best advice. Start getting tattooed by people that artists that you like, and pick their brain, ask them questions, hang around. Go to studios where you know. Go to studios where you want to get tattooed, where you feel something with the people there. An apprenticeship is a personal thing too. You got to have some sort of connection with that artist other than just like, hey, fucker, I can do this, apprentice me. But back to these few folks that asked me, look, you got to have a minimum. If you can't do that 3 months of sketching, like it seems like there's nothing's required of people anymore. Oh, 3 months of journal, I can't do it. I mean, I'm just gonna scroll on Instagram. That's too much work. I don't know. Put the fucking work in. If you want a tattoo, you do that, right? But you put the work in, and don't waste nobody's time. If I'm gonna give you advice, I expect for you to value and to be grateful. Value my time and be grateful for my time, and for my effort in trying to guide you in the right direction. So, apprenticeships today, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. People today, fuck, man. Where we go wrong, man? Progress. I don't know. Put the motherfucking work in, and you're gonna be where you need to be. And don't be a bitch about it. Nothing is given to anybody in this world. You gotta earn it.